Hello everyone. So today we're going to discuss about Python data types. Okay. So what are Python data types? So how many types of data types are there in Python? So first we have numeric. So numeric in the sense it all deals with numbers. Okay. So it can be 10, it can be 20, it can be 30.5. Okay. It can be complex like a plus ij, like 4 plus 3j, like that. Okay, so real and imaginary roots. Okay, so there is a numeric data type. So numeric data type is again divided into integer data type, complex number data type, and floating point data type. So next, dictionary. Okay, so I will explain with an example what is dictionary. Boolean. So we all know, right? Boolean true, Boolean false. Okay, next, set. So next is sequence type. So sequence type, again we have strings, list, tuple. So these are the different Python data types which we have. So first we'll discuss about numeric. So numeric data type represents the data which has numeric value. So numeric value like integer, floating point, or even complex numbers. Though these values are defined as int, float, complex class in Python. So what is integers? This value is represented by int class. So as I said that it will be represented with class. Okay. So let me open this. So what is int class? So for example, if I say a equal to 10, and if I say print type of a, now it will show it as integer data type. Okay, but it will be represented as class in Python. So this value is represented by int class. Okay, so let me show it. So to increase this, we need to press Control ++ to increase the font size. So for example, if I say a equal to 10, so print type of a. So what does it mean? So it will show class int. So it's an integer. So if I say 10.6, okay. So if I say type of a, it shows class float. Okay. So if I say 4 plus 5j, so it is class complex. So it's a complex data type. Okay. So that's what we're discussing here. So this value is represented by int class. It contains positive or negative whole numbers without fraction or decimal. So without fraction or decimal. In Python, there is no limit to how long an integer value can be. So remember, in Python, there is no limit to how long an integer value can be. Coming to floating point, this value is represented by float class. It is a real number with floating point representation. So like 10.3, 20.56, like that. And coming to the last one is the real part and imaginary part. That is complex number. So just now I showed an example like 4 plus 5j, like 2 plus 3j. So first one is real part and second one is imaginary part. Okay. So if you say a comma a dot real comma a dot image. Okay, so you can say print a in the sense it will be printed as 4 plus 5j, and a dot real is real part. So real part is 4 and imaginary part is 5. So that's what we can see here. Okay, so type of function is used to determine the type of data type. So that's what we did here. So this type of is used to determine the type of data type. So example to demonstrate numeric value. So so we'll see an example. So for example, so first, if you want to write anything like a comment, so in Python, hash is used to use for comment. So hash, so write Python program to denote numeric data type. Okay, so hash is used for comment purpose. Okay, so if you want to include multiple comments, there is no other go. We should give another hash. Okay, So next, let's say a equal to 5. So print type of is comma type of a. Okay. So next is b equal to 6.7. So again print type of b is comma type of b. Okay. So if I say c equal to 2 plus 6j. So if I say print type of c is type of c. Okay, so if we execute this, what we get? So type of a is class integer. The first one is integer part, and second one is floating point part, and third one is complex part. Okay, so this is, I want to demonstrate a numeric example, data type, numeric data type. Next is sequence type. So in Python, sequence is ordered collection of similar different data types. So sequence allows to store multiple values, okay, in an organized and efficient fashion. So there are several sequence types in Python. Okay, so there are 3 sequence types. The first one is string, second one is list, and third one is tuple. So what is string basically? So if I say in double quotes some name, okay, Ram. Okay, so in double quotes, and so this is a string. So what about list? So list is denoted in square brackets, whereas list is denoted in parentheses. So I'll show an examples for that. So coming to the string. So in Python, strings are arrays of bytes representing the characters. A string is a collection of one or more characters put in a single quote, double quote, or triple quote. In Python, there is no character data type. Okay, so remember, in C programming, we have a character data type like char, but we don't have a character data type in Python. Python, we have only string data type. Okay, and that too we can represent it in single quotes, double quotes, or triple quotes. Okay, a character is a string of length 1. It is represented by str class. So if you want to represent a character, it's a string of length 1. It is represented by str class. Now we'll see how to create a string. So strings in Python can be created by using single quotes or double quotes or even triple quotes. So let us see an example. So first for comment, we'll write Python program denote strings. Okay, so first one using single quotes. Okay, so let us say str1 equal to in single quotes, hi, this is Praveen. Okay, now print single quote result is, so print str1. Okay, so if I execute this, what I will get? The single quote result is, hi, this is Praveen. So this is using single quotes. So let us see by using double quotes. So str2 equal to in double quotes, hi, this is Praveen once again. Okay, so again I'll copy this. Okay, so the double quote result is str2. Okay, so let me execute this. So the double quote result is, hi, this is Praveen once again. So now we'll see triple quotes. Okay, so let me copy this once again. So I'll put it as str3. So it's better for you to type. Why? Because typing will also increase. So str3 equal to in triple quotes. Okay. Okay, and str3. Okay, see, hi, this is Praveen once again. So you can also use this double quotes three times. Okay, so here also double quotes 3 times. Okay, so even this is working. So hi, this is Praveen once again. So this is a program for showing you string, how to create strings using single quotes, double quotes, or even triple quotes. So in triple quotes also there are different variations. Okay. So example of strings which I showed you now. So accessing elements of string. So in Python, individual characters of a string can be accessed using indexing. So indexing is used with square brackets. So for example, if I say Praveen, so if I store that in A equal to Praveen, so A of 0 is P, A of 1 is R, A of 2 is A, like that. Okay. So coming to -1, -2, -3, it's exactly reverse of the string. Okay. So let me show you. So if I say Praveen, okay, Praveen. Okay. So this is 0th location. So this is first location. This is second location. This is third location. This is fourth location. This is fifth location. And this is sixth location. Okay. Indexing. So for example, if I say A equal to something. So A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3, A of 4, A of 5, A of 6. So if I want to reverse my string, then this becomes -1. But the forward indexing will start at 0th location, and the reverse indexing will start at minus. So -1. So -2, -3, like that. Okay. So if I say A of -1, which is nothing but N. If I say A of -2, which is nothing but E. So if I say A of 0, which is nothing but P, like that. So let's see an example. Okay. So let me take this one. str1 equal to hi, this is Praveen. So if I say print str1 of 0, so let's see what it will be printed. So H will be printed. So next 1, I will be printed. So next 2, there is nothing, right? So blank space will be printed. Okay. Next 3. Sorry. So what will be printed? T will be printed. Okay. So if I say -1, so N will be printed. So you can see the reverse here. Okay. So -1 is N. So if we say -2, E will be printed. Okay. If I say -1, -2, -3, -4, V will be printed. So which is printed? V. So remember, the forward indexing is positive and negative indexing, reverse indexing is negative. Okay. So this is the I want to show how to access the elements of the string using forward indexing and reverse indexing. So positive indexing and negative indexing. Okay. So next is list. So lists are just like the arrays declared in other languages, which is an ordered collection of data. So it's an ordered collection of data. And remember, in list we can use different data types. Okay. So even list is a data type. Okay. And list do not need to be the same type. We can use different data types. So a list can be used by creating using a square bracket. So I will show example of list. Okay. So denoted with square brackets. Okay. So let's take an example. So a list _1 equal to, so in square brackets. So I can take same data type, I can take different data type. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what data type I have taken here? So I have taken a integer data type. So all are integers here. So let me access print list _1. Okay. So if I execute this, so I will get a list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I want to access the elements of a list, okay. So print list 1 of 0. It will always start with 0th index. So list 1 of 0. Okay, 1. So list 1 of 1. 2. List 1 of 3. 3. Sorry, list 1 of 3 is 4. So list 1 of minus 1. So 6. So it is in the reverse part. So if we use minus 1, so which is nothing but reverse of the list, and we are accessing the elements in the reverse of the list using minus 1. Okay. So if I say for I in list underscore minus 1, list underscore 1. So if I say list underscore I, sorry. So we can't use like this. So we can use range here. Okay. And the list in Python can be created by just placing the sequence inside the square brackets. Okay. So for example, if I say okay, so we'll get only a part of a list 1, 2. So what are these three? So let me explain. So these three are range. So here range contains 3 values. Okay, so in square brackets, the first one is start colon, and second one is stop, again colon, and the third one is step. So what is start? Where your list is started. Okay, for example, if I have 6 elements, my list always starts with 0th element. Okay, stop. So if I say in 6 elements, if I say 6, okay, so it always takes this 6 will be excluded and up to 5 will be included. That means up to 0 to 5 will be included. Okay, so 6 will be excluded. So if I say 4, your stop is 4, 4 will be excluded. So before 4 we have 3, right? So 0 to it will take 3. Okay, so coming to step is defaultly 1. So if we provide or not, defaultly it takes 1. That means if we say if it is 0 to 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is called range. So this one is start, this one is stop, this one is step. So for example, defaultly they will give like this. So they will provide only stop. That means here start is 0 defaultly and step is 1 defaultly. Okay, and 5 means we should take up from 0 to 4. Okay, so we should take up to 0 to 4. Why? Because 5 will be excluded. Okay, so in some case if you want a reverse of a list, so let me show you. So I want to have a reverse of a list. So colon, that means I am not providing start, I am not providing stop, I will simply provide -1. So you can observe here, you will get reverse of a list. You can see here 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So in examination, if they ask you, please write a Python program to reverse a list. So it's very simple. Here we'll take a range. First one is start, second one is stop, and third one is step. Okay, so start will be we should not provide start, we should not provide stop. We should provide -1 for in the place of step. So -1 denotes the reverse of a list. For example, if I provide start as 0 and stop as some 4 and step as 1. Okay, what does it mean? 4 will be excluded. Stop, we have 4 will be excluded. It will take from 3 up to 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So 0 is 1, 1 is 2, 2 is 3, and 3 is 4. So what will I get? I will get only 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see. If I execute this, I will get only 1, 2, 3, 4. So even though if I not provide this step, step. So you will get the same result 1, 2, 3, 4. Why? Because defaultly it will take 1. So even though if I not provide this start, even though it will take the same result. Sorry. Okay, so it will take the same result 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm not providing start, I'm not providing step. Okay. So next is accessing elements of list. So in order to access the list elements, refer to indexing. So I already showed that example to you, right? So indexing a list 1 of 0 will get 1. So list 1 of 1 will get 2. List 1 of -3, what will get 4. Why? Because -1, -2, -3, -3 is 4. So we'll get result 4. So this is accessing elements of list. So tuple. So as I said that a tuple is also an ordered collection of Python objects. The only difference between type and list is that tuples are immutable. So what are immutables? Tuples cannot be modified after it is created. So once tuples are created, we can't modify it. Okay. So it is represented by tuple class. So even though it is a list or a tuple, so it is separated with commas. Okay. So as I said that tuple will be denoted with parenthesis. Okay. So using comma, we can represent our tuple. So let's see an example here. So hash example of tuples. Okay. So tup_1 equal to, as I said that we should represent in parenthesis. Okay. So it can be of same data type or different data type. So let us give different data types. 1, 2.3, I'm giving string Praveen, and I'm giving like a boolean true, I'm giving some complex. So 2 plus 3j. Okay. So if I want to print this, so let us see. Print tup_1. So what I got here, I got the tuple. Okay, so 1, 2, 2.3, Praveen, true, 2 plus 3j. Okay. So if you want to access these elements, okay, so this is creating of a tuple. So if you want to access the elements of a tuple, okay, so print tup_1 of 0. So what do I get? 1 and 3. What do you get? True. Okay. So if I access -1, so negative index. So I'll get 2 plus 3j. So this is accessing of a tuple. Okay. So if you want to convert this tuple to list, why? Because I can't modify tuple. So I can't add anything into tuple. So I can provide a list inside a tuple. Okay. So for example, let me take another tuple. So tup_2 equal to, okay, so 1, 2, 3, I can provide a list inside it, 4, 5. Okay, so I can provide a list. So let me print this. Print of tup_2. Okay, so if you see, we can provide a list inside a tuple. Okay, now I can access the elements. How? See, 0th location is 1, first location is 2, second location is 3, and third location is 4, 5. Okay, so tuple 2 of 3. So 3 is nothing but we are accessing a list 4, 5. In that, the 0th location is 4 and first location is 5. So 3 of 0. So what does it mean? 4 will get 4. If you see the example here, so what we got here, we got 4. So if I say 1, we'll get 5. So in this way, we can access our list inside a tuples. Okay. Now, so if I say list of tuple 2, so what can you observe? See the output carefully. I converted tuple into list. See, you can see the square brackets here. Previously, tuple will be in parenthesis, but if I use a list of tuple, which means that your tuple will be converted to list. Okay, now list becomes mutable. You can do whatever modifications you want. Okay, that means if I say list of tuple, okay, dot append, okay, of 10. So what do you get? None. Okay, so let me say it is converted to list of tuple, right? Okay. So using this list of tuple underscore 2, what happens? You converted your tuple into list. Okay. So accessing elements. So just now I said using indexing like 0 indexing 1, 2, 3. If you want negative indexing, you can use -1, -2, -3. So next is Boolean. So Boolean we already know, right? True and false. So in our previous video we explained about Boolean example also. So you can see the example here. So print type of true, print type of false. So let us see. So print type of true. Okay. So it's class Boolean. So print type of false. So it's class Boolean. Okay. So if I give false like this, so you will not get error, and you can see the into mark over here in red color. So your true or false should be the first one should in capital letters. Okay. So then only it will execute. Okay. So this is all about Boolean. Next is set. And previously list and tuples are ordered collection of data type, whereas set is an unordered collection of data type. So your set is defined in flower brackets or curly braces. Remember, your sets are defined in curly braces. Okay. So iterable, mutable, and has no duplicates elements. So we can't create any, we don't have any duplicate elements. Okay. So let's see an example for creating sets. Okay. So if I say set underscore 1, so it will be in flower brackets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 5, 2. So can you see duplicates here? So 1, 2, 3, 4 is repeated 2 times, 5 is repeated 2 times, and 2 is repeated 2 times. So let us see what it will be printed. So print of set underscore 1. So what you can see the duplicates are eliminated, only the original list is printed. Sorry, original set is printed. Okay. So if you remember, we can't insert list inside a set. So let us see an example. Okay. So comma 1, 2. So in square brackets is nothing but list, right? So let me print this. So what I am getting an error, unhashable type list. That means we can't insert a list inside a set. Okay. So let us see whether we can insert a set or not. Another set. Okay. So 1, 2. What error are we getting? Unhashable type set. Okay. Let us see whether we can insert a dictionary or not. So dictionary is in the form of the same syntax, but it will be in the form of key value pairs. So this is key, name, and we have a colon, and value is Praveen. So dictionary looks like this. In curly braces, key value pairs. So key is on the left hand side and value is on the right hand side. In between, we'll have a column. Okay. So let's see whether we can insert a dictionary or not. So what error are we getting? Unhashable type DICT, dictionary. So we can't insert dictionary as well. Whether we can insert a tuple or not, we can see. So what is tuple? Parenthesis. So 1, 2. So let's see. So are we getting any error? No. So what does it mean? We can't insert a list. We can't insert a set. We can't insert a dictionary. But we can insert a tuple inside a set. Okay. So from this example, we got a clarity. Okay. So this is what creating sets. Okay. So if you want to declare empty set, so I can say that set 1 equal to set of. Okay, so which is nothing but an empty set. We can see set 1. So what do we get? Set of, which is nothing but an empty set. Okay, so if we say set 1 equal to set of, hi, this is Praveen. Print set 1. So what I am getting? EPANBIHHRTS. So what does it mean? This is creating a set with the using of a string. So we can create a set with the use of a string. Okay, and that too, it will be like in flower brackets. It will have different characters. Okay, so in this way we can create our set. So then, and the last one is dictionary. So dictionary is in Python is an unordered collection of data values used to store data values like map. So it's also in curly braces. So mainly which we have here is key value pair. Just now I said. Okay, so key value pair. So let's see an example. Okay, so dic underscore 1 equal to square bracket, sorry, flower brackets. So it will be in the form of a name value pairs. So name Praveen, age, okay, sorry, no need of quotes for age, right? So 35, okay, and mobile. Okay, so let's see whether it will be executed. Print of dic underscore dic underscore 1. So whether we got the dictionary or not. So name Praveen, age 35, mobile something. Okay, so if you want to access, so we'll not get any. We'll get an error. Why? Because there is no indexing present in dictionary. Why? Because it's the form of key value pairs. So whereas indexing is present in list, okay, but there is no indexing present in key value pairs. So in the same thing, there is no indexing present in sets also. Okay, so let's see an example. So set 1 equal to, okay, so 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. So let us see whether indexing is there or not. Print set 1 of 0. So key error 1. So that means there is no indexing present in sets and there is no indexing present in dictionaries. Okay, so this is all about different data types present in Python. So I hope you understood the concept with examples. Okay, so the students who are watching my channel for the first time, I request you to please subscribe my channel and please share my videos to your friends and well-wishers so that you and your friends will get benefited, and please support my channel in all possible ways. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.